How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Farming Simulator 19 Survival Series. So we are just heading out of a open field here with a bunch of logs. And this is all the trees that I cut down in this area because this is going to be our new grass area. So I did not record any of the logging. Purely because we basically did only logging in the previous episode. So, no real point in doing any of that in this video. So, yeah, we're not going to be doing anything with these logs at the moment. I'll kind of decide what we want to do with them. We'll probably just end up selling them as is and not do anything fancy with them. But for now, they're just going to sit on the trailer and look all pretty over here. So we are going to have to buy a baler today. We're going to buy a square baler, but that'll probably only be a little bit later on in the episode. And let's get this unhooked. There we go. Beautiful. Right. We need the mower. Now I think we're going to use the John Deere for this. So I know this is not really the right mower to use for this job, but it's the only mower we've got at the moment, and we are saving up for some other big things, so we're not going to be spending $100,000 on some fancy mowers right now. We're just going to try and do this as simple and as quick as we possibly can. So it is 20 past 3 at the moment, so we will probably sleep at some stage through today's episode. And we'll fast forward time a little bit. So this is our John Deere mower, like a batwing mower I think they're called. And there we go. Get all of that hooked up, beautiful. And yeah, so the plan for today is we are going to be making some silage. So that's why I say this mower isn't really the right one. This is basically just a brush cutter. But that's okay, we'll be using it for now. It should be fine. Not ideal, but fine. And yeah, so this field is going to eventually be plowed and actually be drilled with grass. And yeah, hopefully we'll get some fertilizer and everything on that field. So it'll probably become a grass field down the line for some cows anyways. And I just thought this is a pretty good spot to do this. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where we should kind of start this. Maybe something like this. We don't need a huge amount of space. Let's have a look what the GPS does. I think we do have mower. Seems like it. Flick that 90 degrees. Alright, so if we drive down that line, where will we end up? I think it's a little bit on the high side. Yeah, it's a bit too close to the hills for my liking. So maybe somewhere down here. We can always take down one or two more trees if we absolutely need to, but I think something like this. I think that should be okay. I'm not gonna start in too close. Let's have a look if the real mower is turned on. It seems like it is. Seems like everything's working. So we're going to do this with GPS just for simplicity's sake. But yeah, I mean, if we ever want to make the field bigger, I'm not that bothered about grass fields being GPS friendly. And the only reason why I try and keep fields kind of GPS friendly on this playthrough is for the sake of time and simplicity. So it's not a huge deal if they aren't. It's just easier if they are. It's a bit of a weird one, because if you're playing actually, let's flick this around. It's going to be easier than reversing. So yeah, if I'm playing something like a more UK based map, I know this is supposed to be sort of a UK or French or something map, where I feel it's got a lot more of an American feel to it, so that's why I play it sort of a little bit more of an American style, or at least just with American currency. But yeah, I mean, if I play these smaller maps, like the UK based maps and that with smaller fields, I tend to not use GPS at all because it just works well without it, and it's quite fun. Where over here, we're trying to go for sort of maximum production, at least where we can. And yeah, let's see how far we want to run this up here. Should we? Yeah, let's do that. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. So we'll run this up here. So part of this field will be GPS friendly and part of it won't, by the looks of it. And let's see if we can flick that way. There we go. That was a pretty good guess, actually. Right. This is going to be a pretty decent field, by the looks of it. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. I don't want to get too close to those trees, so let's flick this around again. And we'll run this line down. There we go. So we're not going to get a massive yield off of this first cut because this is just straight up grass. Actually, we could go another row. Yeah, we'll go another row back. A little bit closer to that. I did actually think at one stage to make that field a little bit bigger and run it around these rocks. Sort of like we've got close to the farm, but it'll be a very, very big field to run without GPS. And the other reason I like to use the GPS is not just because it makes things easy. It also allows me to get some really cool sort of cinematic style recordings for you guys rather than just this sort of generic view. I can get some really interesting views because I don't have to sort of look where I'm going. And I think it just makes for some more interesting videos. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Do you prefer me not using GPS and having a bit more odd shaped fields like this one that we're creating now? Or are you alright with the slight blend that we have on the farm at the moment? To be honest, we only have one field that's not GPS friendly, but I think that one field is, yeah, it's okay. It's not too bad. It sort of keeps things a little bit interesting, but also keeps things flowing. So yeah, we're gonna have quite a bit of mowing ahead of us. I would like to buy some proper mowers because it also speed up this process quite a bit, because this is not the biggest mower that I've ever seen, but yeah, having a 3-piece mower or a well, it's technically a 2-piece, I suppose, would actually be quite nice, but they are extremely expensive. Let's have a quick look. Mowers, yeah, 42 and 20. That's actually not too bad. That's not as expensive as I thought they would be. Now we're getting into a little bit more expensive. That's 10 meters. Oh, this is nice. 10.2. That's very nice. Oh, that is beautiful. I don't know. Maybe this is a 6.2 that we have at the moment. Maybe a little bit later on we'll look into something a little bit more fancy. I don't think we need it right now. At the moment we're just trying to make a little bit of money on the side while we wait for our crops to grow. And I don't want to be spending more money than what we'll make. So yeah, this will have to do for now. But I think what we're going to do is we are going to jump into a quick time lapse and we are going to get this knocked out. And then we'll head up to the shop and go buy ourselves a bale wrapper. Well, I suppose we'll have to row this up first. So maybe we'll buy the wrapper when we need it. So yeah, we're going to be cutting all of this. And we'll probably do the rowing and the baling in the same time lapse. And then I'll catch you guys a little bit later on where we'll head up to the shop, buy a wrapper, wrap all of this up. And I don't know if we'll be collecting in this episode, but we'll see how things go. But yeah, we're going to jump into that time lapse, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, we are coming up to the last little bit of the grass that needs to be cut, and I think it looks pretty good. So I do have real mower turned on, but this mower over here is obviously not a precision instrument by any means, which is fine. It wasn't designed that way. So we have missed a few spots, and I didn't actually go that quick. The recommended working speed is 22 and I was doing 25 kilometers per hour, that is. So yeah, that's fine though, because everything that remains is going to get plowed in anyway, so it really doesn't matter. And yeah, I think that's a pretty good size field. If we need more grass, we can always go to the other side of the road here, or even right at the back there behind those rocks. Sort of, yeah, behind the other field next to us there. And there's quite a bit of space there as well. So we can always create some more grass fields if we need to. But I think for now, this will probably be sufficient. We'll see when we get into cows at some stage how much we'll need. But yeah, for now, we're just looking to make a bit of money. So I was going to put the rowing and probably the baling straight into this last time lapse, but I did realize that we are running out of time, or running out of daylight. It's 5 o'clock and it goes dark pretty quickly. So I think what we're gonna do is we are gonna wash this up, we are gonna put the equipment away, and yeah, then we'll probably have a sleep. We'll take care of the animals in the morning. I'll probably do that off screen because that can be a little bit time consuming, unless we don't have to do feeding or anything like that. We probably don't have to, so we might actually just do that real quick on screen, and then from there we will grab the rower and yeah, get all of that rowed out and baled up and hopefully wrapped as well. So that should take care of the mower real quick. I do like this mower. It is a good mower. It's definitely not, like I say, a precision piece of equipment, but it does what it needs to do. It's fine. At some stage we'll invest in some proper mowing equipment when we get into cows and things and it actually matters. Then yeah, we'll get something nice and proper, and maybe even maybe we can even buy a self-propelled mower if we really want to go big. I don't know if we'll go that big though. I don't know how many cows we'll have. But yeah, maybe even just something that'll fit well on the Voltra, or at that stage we might have some other equipment as well. And talking about equipment, I am considering selling some equipment. So we do have some smaller equipment around here that we probably could get rid of. And most of it is in that corner over there. So we do have some old mowers and things that we probably could sell. And I mean, we probably won't get much for it. It's just less clutter around the farm. So we'll see. And then the other piece of equipment that I am thinking about maybe selling is the Mercedes. The Mercedes over here, I notice, doesn't really have a job on the farm at all anymore because it's too light for the front loader and it doesn't really have enough power to do anything else. So the John Deere does a lot of work. The Ford doesn't do a lot of work at the moment, but it is sort of our go-to tractor for the front loader attachment, and I think the Ford is going to do a lot of the potato work, so there's definitely going to be a job for that. And the Massey does all of the random jobs like feeding the animals and things like that, and a lot of stump grinding and things like that. But I don't know, the Mercedes just seems to not have a job around the farm. So I don't know, we might end up selling that. I mean, it'll be a pity because I love it. It is such a cool tractor, but I don't know, if we don't really need it, then we could probably just get rid of it and create a bit of space. We can move all of the tractors up and have a new bay over here for some more equipment. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We could probably put the front loader in there. And well, that's the other thing. With the addition of the front loader, we really don't need this. Because we've got the Voltra and the actual wheel loader now. So I don't know. We might sell it. We'll see. Maybe we can get a job with it, with the potatoes or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, we are going to have a sleep. And I'll see you guys in the morning. Alright, it is 7 o'clock in the morning, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty beautiful day. Nice and sunshine. The chickens have made a great big mess again, as usual. Nothing new there, but they bring in quite a bit of money for us every now and again, so yeah, not gonna complain about that too much. I think the last time we sold eggs, we got $80,000 off of them. So yeah, definitely not gonna complain in that aspect. And the sheep, they seem to be doing well. They have got their bales over there, so they're good. They'll just keep eating some of that and hopefully be all happy. We do have 12 sheep now, which is great. So they've been breeding a little bit. We've got 4 new ones. We started with 8. We've now got 12. And the chickens we started with, I think it was 12, and we've now got 400. So yeah, busy chickens. Right. We are going to grab the... what are we going to use? Probably the Voltra. I think we'll grab that. We'll get rid of the front loader. We'll just stick that with the log fork and all in the shed over here. That's a problem for later to sort out. Should actually just do it now, but it's fine. Right. We are going to grab... Let's just speed up time a little bit there. Because it is a little bit dark, 7 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, we're going to grab the rower. So we're going to get all of that rowed up today. I haven't had a look at the fields yet. And I think the fields are probably not far off ready to harvest. I don't know. We shall have a look in a minute. Right. That is the rower connected up. And we'll get that job knocked out real quick. We'll do the rowing and the baling in one go. Yep, this has been growing. It's sort of the same height as the weeds now. Or the dead weeds. And yeah, I don't think we're too far off. We might be harvesting maybe even in the next episode. Is quite possible, I would think. So yeah, let's take this out to the field. And at least it's not a long way off. I don't want to make a grass field that's in the middle of nowhere and miles away from the farm. So this is nice and close by, and it also gives us something to sort of look at when we drive past to the shops. I mean, it's still just going to look like grass, and it looks like grass now. But yeah, you know what I mean. At least it's something. It'll look like something, hopefully. And when we get going, man, we can almost use some lights. Let's do that. There we go. Definitely is a bit dark. Maybe we should speed up time a little bit more. Right. Do we have anything for a windrow? It seems like we do. At 9.2 meters. Seems like it's quite accurate. And let's have a look. Yep, I would say that's pretty good. We can drop that down. And probably be working around 20, maybe 22. So the normal working speed is 18. We'll probably bump it up to about 22 when we head into the time lapse. But yeah, I think this should go pretty quick. The mowing actually went pretty quick, to be honest. But yeah, let's jump back into a time lapse. So we are going to be doing the rowing over here. We're going to bring the baler. We'll bale it up. And then we'll probably get it wrapped as well in that same time lapse. So there's going to be a lot of time lapses today. But I do want to try and get a bit done. I want to sort of knock all of this out, because I do think that harvest is going to be in the next episode. As you can see, the canola over there is looking beautiful. And we might very well be making some diesel out of that canola as well, rather than just selling it straight off the field. So that is something to look forward to. That is going to mean we're going to need to do a few more changes around the farmyard. But that is fine. Something more to look forward to, I guess. But yeah, for now we're going to jump into that time lapse. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Right, so we are just coming up to the end of the field here, and we have got quite a decent amount of bales. So I would say, I don't know, probably around 50, something like that. We're just going to empty that out. We obviously got a straw bale, which is quite annoying because there was less than 1% of straw in this machine, and we got a full straw bale. So I don't know, maybe 50. I think there's a way that we can see. Statistics. Created bales, 39. So, yeah. A bit less than what I thought, but that's fine. Right. So, from here, we are going to take this back to the farmyard. And we need to head up to the shop and buy a baler. So we need a square, not a baler, we've got a baler. A square bale wrapper. So that's something that we definitely don't have around the farm. And it's something that we're going to need down the line anyway with cows and things that'll come to the farm hopefully very soon. And yeah, I'm not sure if we'll be buying new or used. We'll have a look at the price. And I think there's only one that we've actually have available to us. So, not sure. We shall see. So, yeah, I'm gonna get this washed up, cleaned up, put away, and I'll catch you guys back at the shop. Alright, we are back at the shop, and we'll have a quick look around of what options we have available to us. Again, I don't think there's much. In fact, I only think there's one. So, that'll be under baling technology, and I think it's going to be this one. So that does square bales and round bales. So that is fine. And foil color, we'll probably just go white. That's fine. And we'll save $10,000 if we go used. So maybe it's something we should do. Yeah. Let's go used. Right. There we go. Beautiful. Right. We'll have to get that serviced up. I don't think we're going to get to actually wrapping the bales today though, because I have noticed that we are quite well into this episode, so that's probably something that we are going to have to do in the start of the next episode if we're not harvesting yet, or maybe we'll do that and then get into harvesting. We do have quite a few fields now, so I think harvest will probably take more than one episode from here on in. I don't think it'll be as easy as it used to be. But what I do want to do is at least test this out. So I don't think I've ever used this particular bale wrapper. And to be honest, I'm not even sure that I've ever wrapped a square bale. I've done a lot of bale wrapping for round bales. The canola looks beautiful off in the distance there. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I don't think I've ever actually wrapped a square bale. So let's get that unfolded, and I want to see how this whole system works. Hopefully it does work. We paid quite a bit of money for this, so it better work. But yeah, let's see what this thing does. Okay, so it grabs it, rolls it up. Wow, that is quite complex. Right, that is pretty freaking cool. Interesting. Cuts that off and puts it down perfectly. That is so freaking cool. I love that. Right, that is going to be, I mean, a little bit time consuming to do almost 40 of them. But I like that. That is pretty freaking cool. And then we'll have to come back with the bale collector and pick them all up. And then after that, we'll probably poke them full of holes to load them on the trailer to get them sold. But that's fine. That's pretty freaking cool. But I think we are going to leave it there for today, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you all next time.